Hey y'all, so let's read about Esther 4 and 14. It says in the ESV version, "For if you keep silent at this time, relief and deliverance will rise for the Jews from another place. But you and your father's house will perish. And who knows whether you have not come to the kingdom for such a time as this?" You may know the world is going through a change. It's going through what you may call a revival, but it's also going through a time where the Antichrist is on a rise. Some of you may still be in the world, still be doing your diddly dallies, though may be dipping and diving into things that you have no longer a business into diving into. Some of you have changed your life and decided that this is the time where I'm going to come back to the kingdom. There's a reason why you're back. The kingdom of God is such a beautiful place to be, where you can dwell with God, where you can talk with God, where you have intimacy. But not only that, you have the time and the pleasure of bringing your brother and sisters also back to Christ and building up your relationship in the congregation, a time to fellowship, a time right before Christ is coming back, a time where you see the revelation coming to pass before our eyes, a time where certain things have been normalized that shouldn't have been normalized, a time where knowledge has become a power, and there's so much knowledge in the world that you can just swipe up and you can find out something new every day. But wisdom and knowledge that's not from God is worthless. It's meaningless. But who knows the real reason of why you came back at a time like this? God has the ability to rise up someone to take your place. But the thing is, he called you for a reason, because there's something connected to you that only you can do, that he can do through you, because he placed that in you for a time such like this. Me noticing that it's possible has called me to actually step into that moment and to no longer walk in silence, no longer walk in fear, and to step out into what God has called me to be. But you were placed in the kingdom for such a time like this, for a time to speak up, especially in this world when there's barely any love, that you were sent to show the love of Christ. You were sent to deliver people from their own silence, from their silent depression, silent hurt, silent headaches, silent anxiety, and whatever they could be going through. Who knows that you were not called to the kingdom for such a time like this? You have been in preparation. You have been sitting there and you've been in behind the scenes watching, preparing for a time like this so that you can be risen up and that you can save your people. But you deciding to keep silent for those who have been keeping silent. This is like a warning, because your silence, it's prolonging someone else's deliverance. So many people connected to your walk. But the thing is, if you decided to keep silence, God will raise up someone else to take your place. They would have to suffer longer, because the person that he will raise up to take your place was not already prepared for that. So there's another season of preparation that they will have to go through, that those people will have to wait a whole nother season. And a lot of people can perish in that time. It's so much connected to silence and speaking up and speaking out. It's hard to talk about this in this time, especially when